Hello everybody, this is session number 51 of Basic English. Today we have some noun and number related issues to discuss. Whenever you find a noun in a dictionary, that noun by default is in the singular number. If you want to make it plural, very simple. Add s or es and that word will become a plural number. This is a general rule in the English language, but there are certain areas, certain risky areas where this logic may not hold good. So in this session we'll discuss those risky areas so that we can avoid our mistakes. In a way, noun can be divided into two divisions. One is countable nouns and the other is uncountable nouns. Countable nouns are very simple. Countable means you can count them. Those objects, those nouns, you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. We have some examples here. You have 1,000 examples, but just 5 examples we cite here. Book, chair, day, plate, egg. These are countable nouns because you can count them. You can count 1 book, 2 books, 3 books. You can add an s or es and you can make this word plural. This way, chair, day, plate, egg. All these words can be pluralized by adding s or es, and you can also use an article before this. A book, a chair, a day, a plate, an egg, etc. You can use some determiner also. Some books, some chairs, some plates, etc. and etc. So countable nouns are not difficult to understand. We come to uncountable nouns. Some problems are there. Most of the nouns are common nouns, material nouns, and abstract nouns. So let's see some examples. Health. You cannot make plural of health. You can never say healths. No, it is always health. And you can't say a health. Impossible. Next word is light. Sometimes you will find lights, but in that case, that lights refer to the sources of light. Otherwise, light is always light and it has no plural number. Number 3, poetry. Never poetries. It is always poetry. You can say poems. You can say 3 poems, books of poems, because poetry is not something that you can count. It is poems that you can count. And when you read poems, the feelings that you have, that is poetry. So poetry cannot be made plural. Anyway, next one, rice. This is an interesting example. Rice. Mathematically speaking, you can count rice 1, 2, 3, 4, etc. But logically speaking, it is not possible because rice, it is measured in terms of kilograms or say quintal. So there is no word like rices. There is no word like sugars. It is always rice. It is always sugar. But 1 grain of rice is possible. 2 grains of rice is possible. 3 grains of sugar is possible. So rice, sugar, all these nouns are uncountable nouns. Now violence. Violence is always uncountable. It is always singular. You can't use violences. Well, say an incident of violence, this is possible. Domestic violence, this is possible. But you cannot use violences. So all these words in this group cannot have plural form like health, lights, poetries, rices, and violences. Then we come to another group that is almost same, but these words look like countable noun. But in reality, they are not treated as countable nouns. Let's see. Dear. So one deer, but never two deers. It is always two deer, three deer, and verb will be plural if necessary. Two deer are grazing. This is possible, but never two deers are grazing. Next word, jewelry. Jewelry is a combination of all ornaments you have. Take care of the pronunciation past. This is not jewelry. This is always jewelry. So jewelry does not have a plural noun, plural form. That is jewelries. It is not possible. So jewelry, this word does not have a plural form. It is always jewelry. One piece of jewelry. Two pieces of jewelry, but never two pieces of jewelries. Not possible. Number 3, money. It looks like a countable noun, but it is not. Always money, never monies. You can say dollars, you can say euros, you can say rupees, but you can't say money. Next one, furniture. Furniture is set of articles in your home. All together is called furniture. Chair, table, sofa set, all these things together are called furniture. So you cannot use furnitures. You can say a piece of furniture or two pieces of furniture. That is possible. You can never say furnitures. Another word, that is garbage. Garbage means dust, dirt, and all waste together. This is garbage. You cannot say garbages. So take care of these words. They look very much like, countable nouns, but they are not treated as countable. Another group that is different in meaning. Singular number has one meaning and the plural number has another meaning. For example, advice. Advice means some suggestion, some counsel, but advises, it means information. So entirely different thing. Now number 2, air. Airs. Air means that element we breathe in. And airs means your behavior, your attitude, the way you move your body, move your hand, the way you behave. That is your airs. Now force. Force is power, strength. But forces, that means the army. Entirely different. But relation is there, of course, but meaning is different. Now good becomes goods. Good means this is a noun, not adjective. This good is benefit. That means difference between good and bad. That good is noun. So we are speaking of that good. And goods means materials that is carried by goods trains. So that is the difference between good and goods. Now, tin and tins. Tin is the metal, but tins are the containers made of tin. In my kitchen, there are many tins. That means many tin containers. Another group is there. Some nouns are there. Interestingly, they do not have their singular forms. For example, clothes, not cloths. It is pronounced as clothes. Clothes means your dress, your pants, your shirt, etc. Together, it is clothes. Then we have goggles, a pair of goggles in fact, a pair of spectacles also, or a pair of specs. That means two parts together. Then we have pants. Pants means pair of pants because two trunks are there. That's why pair. And now riches. Riches are those materials that make you rich. So riches, it is always riches. There is no singular form. If you say rich, then it refers to a person, that is an adjective. But riches is noun. Then remains. Remains, actually this word has two meanings. One is the part you don't use, you cannot use. Suppose you are having your breakfast or say dinner and you leave something, that part is called remains. Again, another meaning is that ancient structures and buildings are there, still they survive, and those are called remains of ancient civilization. That is also remains. So we have 5 areas we should take care of. Once you come across a noun word, if it is new to you, you must try to see whether this is countable or not countable. And this is the only way you can learn better English. So this much today. Have a nice time. Thank you very much.